I've been able to manage doing everything. I can lift ovens and big washing machines on my own. It's not about how you do it. It's just about getting it done.
Yeah. G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Level Up. We've got another cracking episode for you today. This one's a little bit of an unexpected one. We didn't think we were going to be able to have it, and now we're sort of throwing it at the last minute, and I'm super pumped about it because this lady is doing great things in the construction industry, and I'm really keen to have a talk about her journey and definitely her future. So a bit more welcome to Jazz. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. How are you?
Excellent. So female Sparky.
Yeah, been on Sparky 8 years, nearly 9 years, you know. So yeah, I've been a little while.
That's awesome. Like I'm always keen to. I'm really intrigued how females get into the industry because I think there's a lot of potential for females in our industry.
Mm.
So what's your background? Like, what made you want to be a tradie?
My dad is actually a sound and vision engineer. So pretty much all my life I grew up beside him working on tools and working at festivals and all these really cool places. So I've always had that, I guess, eager experience to get on the tools, sort of like, give me on the tools somewhere, I don't care where it is. And then as I got a little bit older, I sort of learned what I wanted to do and always wanted to be an electrician. I knew that's what I wanted to go do. And then graduated school, didn't really have any options to do the like the work experience that you get these days. So
Year 10, year 12?
Yeah, I think year 10 you get the work experience now.
When did you finish?
Well, I finished year 10, yeah. So from year 11, 12 to 13, I kept applying for apprenticeships, didn't get anything, no guidance to tell me where to go or how to get looked at. And then it just so happened, degree C 1 year, while hiring females under a grant.
What?
The government's offering.
Is that an electrical company?
Yeah, sorry. Degree C is an electrical company along this and the week Tasmania. And there was a government grant to hire females to try and build more women in the trade industry. And I was just very lucky that I got it, which is sad to say. I think that's how I got in, but I got there.
Because at the end of the day, we're all there.
Great.
Like, white, male, female, like, if you want to do something, you get in, you make it happen. But I agree. It's not, I don't think it's right that they've got to put incentives in place to employ females. Like, you've got to do a job and you're passionate about something, like, have a go.
Oh, I was extremely passionate. And nowadays, you need to do a cert too to even get looked at in the electrical industry. If I had known that then, I would have done it. I think it's $1,200, maybe $2,000 to do the course. But if I had known that, I would have done the course and I wouldn't have waited 3 years to get in.
Yeah.
So I'm very grateful I did get it. But
so how did you go, like, at school, like, with your friends and things? Like, did you feel, was there any pressure to not be a trainee because people around you were going to do other things, or were you expected to do something else?
Not really. I grew up in the middle of nowhere I had friends in school, but it was always working on the cars at home or going to Steve over the weekends with mum and dad or going to festivals with dad. And I was always sort of brought up to keep my hands busy. So I knew it's what I wanted to do. All my friends sort of thought, whatever, she wants to sort of work on cars and things on the weekends. It's not going to be a business. You're not going to get anywhere with it. But I knew it was what I wanted to do, so.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome, because it's definitely a little bit left field, isn't it? Like, most females take traditional route, or out if you go to the university or something. So how did you find it? Like, you've obviously finished your time, you've worked your way into the current business you're in.
Yeah. I love it. It's honestly, I can't imagine myself doing anything else. I have sort of got just sort of parts of my trade. Well, maybe this isn't for me. You make a mistake or something at work, and you're like, maybe I'm doing the wrong thing. Maybe I should have went and done makeup or hairdressing or something. But I found my route back, and I'm so grateful that I did, because now I'm here, and I wouldn't go back ever.
Yeah.
I've worked so hard to get here. I've been kicked down so many times by even applying for jobs. When I qualified my apprenticeship, I was made redundant during COVID. And I was like, listen, yeah, I'm never going to get a job again. Degree C with my only vote. And I did apply for so many jobs.
As a
sparky, yeah. And no one would look at me. And I don't know if it was because I was a female. I think it was just I didn't have the experience that they were looking for. But being a female, I got in my head. And, then I was very lucky. I got picked up by Orland. And, yeah, pretty much. That was 4 years ago. So it's behind me now. So what to do. Yep.
And you were just saying that there's now a lead out female apprentices in this company you're working for.
Yep. So we have 2 female apprentices, second year and third year. And, it's been awesome being able to mentor them. And sometimes they actually look up to me for if something's happened on job sites where a male sort of made feel uncomfortable. They come to me and I say, oh, this has happened. And I tried my best to guide them in the right way. But I think the best way I learned it from that happening was just to deal with it. And I don't know, I was put under pressure by men saying bad comments. And you just have to deal with it. I know it's not the right way to do it, but if it doesn't get said to, how are you going to learn kind of thing, and how are they going to learn?
Yeah, because the home industry is very old-fashioned and broken. I know it's full of males.
Yeah.
It's like the old days of it, like being too bad. It's a job site, like you deal with it.
Yeah.
That's doesn't cut it anymore. So if you do have a female on site, then you'll be able to probably needs to be looked at a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and it's so hard. I think the really hard thing for me is I don't want to put them in a situation that makes them feel uncomfortable. So then I sort of have to hold back from the jobs I'm giving them on that job, but it shouldn't be like that. And I also don't want to put my foot in it and then have to go and say to that person who said the wrong thing and then get myself in trouble, you know what I mean? It's, I don't know, it's a hard one having yelled even under you and seeing them go through everything that you've been through and just trying to be the mentor that they need to get through it.
Yeah, so you like running projects now in charge of other people?
Yeah, yep. So I'm currently running a few jobs for full on now. So just finished a house of Kyle with another builders. So that was a 2-year project. We've sort of been...
Is that the villa?
Yeah, villa. Yeah. Oh, you did? It looks great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So that was our project. And then I had a number of the apprentices working under me on that job. So I think we've got about 6 apprentices. Yeah, they all had a go on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're actually pretty proud.
Yeah.
You've overcome a few challenges. But, like, it sounds to me like mindset's been a big part of the journey. Like you said, getting it. Like, is that something you've worked on, or you just keep pushing through or whatever it takes?
Every day is different. I have days where I wake up, like this morning, for instance, I woke up with the worst anxiety ever. I knew I was going to a job, been working for a while, up to start. And I don't know, I just had the worst anxiety. All I wanted to do was go to bed. I just did not want to go to work. And I think having someone work under you is another pressure. And then you've got to make sure you're doing the right thing on the job, because it was a commercial job site. So, and there's public coming around and you're always being watched. So I think having that pressure of being a female, you're always being watched. Everyone is looking for a way to kick you down. I don't know why, but so I think in my head, you've always got that pressure. Every day is different. Every job's different. If you're at a house with someone watching you, you've got to try and do the right thing. If you're at a house on your own, you still got to try and do that right thing, but you've got less pressure to, I guess, not stuff up.
Yeah, well, mindset's massive. Like it holds most of its back.
Yeah.
Like those little voices in your head that are telling you lies that you don't want to hear.
Yeah, making sure you do the right thing.
Yeah, and not every day can be a challenge. Like I say it all the time, like I fight my demons every day. You've got to get out of your comfort zone and just keep pushing yourself, because it's very easy to have a day off or stay in bed or make an excuse for something. Like,
yeah. And that's the thing. It's so easy to make an excuse. It's not hard just to text the boss and say, "Oh, sorry, I'm sick. I've got a headache." What are they going to say? No, you can't come to work.
yeah,
No, sorry, no, you've got to come to work. It's like, oh, no. There are days where I just want to message Dave and say, "Sorry, I'm just so sick. I can't come to work." But I'm actually honest with him a lot of the time. If he's a really great boss to us, so if we're having a bad day, check in and he'll say, "How are you going?" So throughout my whole 4 years of being with Dave, there's been days where I'm just like, "I'm sorry, I'm not feeling up to it. I've had a really rough night, had a rough day, whatever," and he's so understanding. He's just like, "Yep, takes a hard job off you or whatever. So we'll give you something easy where you don't stress." Yeah, it's really good to have that support.
Yeah, awesome.
It's easy when you're at your own business.
No, look, as an employee, it's hard, like, because you schedule your business around having a certain amount of people on site doing a certain amount of work, and something I've definitely like to deal with. It's just, it is what it is. You can't change it. You just got to, well, you have more fat in your schedule, so there is a bit of tolerance for that type of stuff.
Yeah,
because life's so fast these days. So everyone's dealing with a lot of stuff. So, and you never know what people got going on in their own family life or home life and all that sort of stuff. What's your goal? Sort of, like, do you dream of having your own electrical business? Or?
I used to. I actually, my biggest goal was to own a business in the electrical industry, and I think now there's so many electrical businesses that are just battling away, and what me being an employer of a pretty well-known a pretty well-known company in Launceston, I'm seeing the stress that, like, my boss and a lot of my friends who own their own businesses are currently going through, and I don't want to be, I guess, I don't go with that stress for me. I've always wanted my own baby and I want to have a family, and I'm sort of getting to that age now where I'm like, I don't want to put that stress on my relationship by starting a company in this current climate, I guess you'd say. Yeah, please.
It's only stressful if you make it stressful.
Yeah.
I went through a year that's stressful, and it was stressful completely 100% because of me.
Yeah.
No, I didn't do any self-improvement, didn't do any education. I was a great chippy, great builder, but I didn't know how to run a business.
Yeah.
And from what I see from most trades and people in our industry, it's exactly that. They're very good at their craft.
Yeah.
But the business side of thing is really lacking.
Yeah.
And that's where the stress comes in, and you lose the passion.
Yeah.
And life becomes very difficult. So, and I don't know if I'm pointing it out to you because I think there's a lot of very talented trades out there that push their dream to the side of working for themselves.
Yeah.
Because of the stress and the shit they see their boss going through. But it's not like that.
Yeah.
Like, if you spend time adding energy on yourself and you do some business courses, you find mentors, you work on the business side of things, honestly, you can have your kids, you can have a family, and you can still run a great business.
Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. It's definitely on the cards maybe one day. But yeah, like you said, I want to learn my craft first. And I think I've still got so far to go to learn it. Like, I'm learning every day. And I know being a business owner, I'd learn more and I'd be able to build myself more. But as I spoke about earlier, I am sort of starting side hustle. So I'd like to get that off the ground first and be better as an electrician and learn my craft before I get off the tools and sort of focus on that side of things more. But yeah. One day.
You'll get there.
Yeah.
I believe in you. I'm so sorry, Dave. I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry.
No, look, you've got to stop that. I used to do that as well. I did it. It's okay. Everyone gets nervous and makes mistakes. Like, don't worry about it. All right. Well, I'm gonna jump right forward now because, like, we know where you've come from. We know that you've done your apprenticeship. You're a sparky and you're very good at what you do. I want to know more about this side hustle because I saw you posted a post on Instagram the other day, and I was like, that to me that tells me a lot about you. Like you're driven. You've obviously come in the industry. You've seen an opportunity, or it's come from the lessons you've learned and things you've had to deal with, and you're actually doing something about it.
Right.
Do you want to tell us what it is?
I do. So the business is called The Go Company, and basically it came from myself and my experiences coming into the trade and having a lack of access to sanitary products and toilets. Well, there is none. So I don't think I've ever seen a sanitary bin on a job site before in my 8 years. And they're having like apprentices come on me and not have access to toilet paper or wipes or hand sanitizer or any kind of sanitary items. It's been a really big eye-opener for me that it is a problem. So I messaged one of my friends who's also a female electrician, and I said to her, I was like, we should make some packs for our business, for our companies that we work for. So let's make some packs with pads, tampons, wipes, sanitizer, whatever we can get in them, disposable bags, just something, put in the vans and give our apprentices their dignity back when they get into the vans with the men. I used to, when I was an apprentice, I'd jump in with a mail and you'd have like your pack that you carry in all your van. Sometimes you'd forget it and you get to a job site and you've got nothing with you. And yeah, that's where all your dignity just flushes down the toilet that's not in the van. So yeah, it's, so the business is portable sanitary packs, and they're designed to supply a female with everything that they could possibly need on a job site or on the go.
No, it's fantastic. It's a great idea. I got 2 young girls, 10 and 13, and I think it's given me goosebumps to meet someone like you in the industry. Like I don't know, they might get into the industry, so to think they can have access to this sort of stuff's pretty cool. So, because let's face it, I avoid going to the toilets on job sites, so I have to know it comfortable for a female.
Yeah, it's horrible.
And just, it's something as simple as that. It really frustrates me that people can't use a site toilet and treat it like it's their toilet at home. Just because it's a site toilet, why do you have to keep it messy?
I would hate to say their toilets at home. Obviously,
well, you would hate to think that they are. They go home with their family, the kids, and things like that. It's just something so simple that, it should be, I guess, stored at a lot better.
Yeah, and it's not even just for us. It's for men as well. Like, you guys don't want us going onto your site using your toilet and leaving our sanitary items just hanging around in the bins. In the toilets. There's no way to dispose of it in the toilet. We're not allowed to flush them. You're not allowed to put them in the portable loos because the chemicals can't break them down. So we literally just have to pop it and walk out with it and put it in the nearest bin. And sometimes there's not even a bin. So you're left stuffing in your car and trying to dispose of it later.
I'll put my hand up. I'm not so bad.
No one has. I didn't even think of it. We spoke to a lot of men leading up to the launch. We haven't launched yet, but it is coming out.
It is now.
Yeah, it's
the podcast will come out for a little while. By the time this comes out, you'll be launched. But I hope you got lots of stock because we got lots of listeners. So I put it out too.
Yeah, no, this is awesome. I'm really glad to be able to talk about it with you, especially because I know your opinion means a lot to a lot of listeners, and I just want to get this out there for as many women and as many men, business owners, anyone that can make a difference. Like, I don't want you to prevent your business from being able to put on a female because you can't provide a proper way of a female disposing of their sanitary items. By having this on your job sites and now opening another world to having women come and apply for jobs with you.
Yeah, so is your goal that maybe businesses like electricians, most electricians have bands, they do drive around it, it almost becomes like as standard as a first aid kit. Like beside the first aid kit, there's one of your go packs.
Yeah, we want to make it a standard in every single van, work van, government van, ambulances, fires, police officers, wherever we can get them. If you're working out in the middle of the field in a truck, traffic controllers, they're out there all day. They've got their portable toilet. What happens to the women? There's so many women traffic controllers now. But you know, ever thought about what they're doing, standing there 12 hours a day in the hot sun when they get their period.
And look, it's not something that, it's not just like a what's thing, like every, whatever, like 28 days, you've got to be dealing with it.
Yeah, it's 1 week, every month, you've got to think about it. So it's not just once you get thing.
It's, look, I feel bad because I've got this book that I've been meaning to read. And my girls are growing up and I should know more about it right now because it's starting to get to that stage. But trying to think of a podcast I was listening to, but there's a lady that has written a book called Flow.
Yeah, I've heard of that. I haven't read it though.
And it just talks about females and how it works and what you have to deal with. On this podcast, I'm listening to it. The guy had the lady on that with the written book, and he was saying like every father should read this book.
Yeah.
And not just to help you out with your kids, but to help you out with your relationship with your partner.
Yeah.
So I need to pull my finger down, make sure I read it.
Well, and that's another part of our business is that's a great book and I recommend reading it, and any male out there should read it if they've got access to it. But I think having this business as well is giving women a voice and men a voice, because I know how uncomfortable a lot of men get when they're talking about it. I know how uncomfortable I used to get when I used to talk about it. And so an apprentice to be able to go to their male boss and say, this is an issue, how can we fix it? They're not going to do it. They're just going to sit in their little box and keep quiet, and the male's not going to know unless they've read that book. They're not going to know, or they've got kids. So we want to be able to be that voice for female apprentices or females everywhere. We want to get that conversation going with business owners or anyone we can get out to.
Yeah, well, I guess it's not when you think about it, but like it's a funny subject. Like it's fun. We're sitting there and having a conversation. Straight with number one construction podcast. We're talking about periods. But I get uncomfortable with that. Like I said, I've got 2 girls.
Yeah.
And my oldest one is now at the age where this has happened.
Yeah.
In the last sort of 12 months. And so her and my wife, it comes up all the time, but we'll be going out, like it's happening. And she needs whatever she needs. Yeah. Her and my wife talking about it, and I'm like,
you just shut up. Even women don't want to talk about it. Like, I get comfortable talking to men about it, but now it's like, I can't be comfortable because I am now that voice that people are going to rely on. So it gets easier the more you talk about it.
Well, let's face it, like it's part of who you are.
Yeah, like, it's not going anywhere.
And it's like I don't know, like it's something I've been sort of consciously focusing on. Like I definitely don't want my daughters to feel uncomfortable or even like if my wife wasn't home, I'd have to feel like, hey, they can't come and talk to dad because no one understand or whatever. So I don't know, maybe it's because I've got 2 girls, that's something I'm starting to sort of think more about. But I do see it being a very touchy subject on job sites.
Yeah.
It's just something that, like I said, I honestly have never ever thought for 1 second about a female having been disposed of it on a job site.
Yeah. And I guess it's not really something that any male would ever have to think about or should think about, because we haven't told you. How are you going to know? You don't go through it, so you're not going to know unless someone tells you. And I guess now we just want to get as loud as we can, make sure everyone knows that we just want some way to put it. It's something so simple.
Yeah, well, there's only put it like that.
Yeah.
Look, I take to you. I think it's so fantastic to see people that have developed things from a necessity. Like you've been in the business now for 8 years. So you've been dealing with this for, 7 years until you started, I'm assuming it's taken you 12 months to develop what you developed.
Yeah.
So you must be pretty proud.
Oh, super proud. Yeah, it's, and the thought of it being just such a small idea in our businesses and then being able to now hopefully share it with the whole of Australia if we can get it that far, or even the world. I'd love to get it worldwide. I know in the UK it's a standard now with job sites. They have to have a way of disposing of sanitary items. And I'm pretty sure they can police it now. So it's really code.
Like, are we able to talk about what your product?
Yeah. No secrets.
Trademarked and all stuff.
Yeah, everything's trademarked.
Well, I'd like to think I'm not going to lose any listeners because this is a topic that really needs to start being discussed on job sites because people are getting more and more into our industry. But like, how is your product this focusing on this?
As in how sorry.
So if you can't dispose of it in the site or it's part of your package. I think you said disposable bag.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So there's a black disposable bag that comes in the pack. So it's just more it's more discreet to be able to dispose of it.
Yeah.
Or if you do have to, if there's no toilet, sanitary bins or no bins on site, it's a little bit more hygienic way of disposing of it. Yeah, it's not just stuffing in your pocket. It's not all wrapping in toilet paper kind of thing. It's we won't be able to give women a bit more dignity to be able to walk out with something, and and they are biodegradable bags. So if they were to go in the bin, we're just adding another way to help the environment.
Yeah. Oh, look at all. Now that we're talking about it, it all makes so much sense. And I do feel bad that it's not something that I've ever considered, but well, actually, the painting we're using at the moment has females, so good. So
something you can put on your site.
Get some up to Queensland.
Yeah.
No, look, we'll help it out. Like, we'll hopefully everyone watching this, every builder and trading, listen to this podcast, reach out to you. How do they get in touch with you? Like, how do they buy these things?
So we have a website, which will launch next week. We do have a website at the moment where you can go still and put your details, but by the time this goes out, so the website's www.info at what's it called? thegocompany.com.au. Yeah. So we have that, and then we have an Instagram as well, which is just the Go Company. You can DM us. So.
Make sure to double check. Have you got a business partner?
Yes, my business partner is Logan Barnett. She's also a female electrician.
Everyone, make sure to go check out Jazz and Logan, support them, because it's definitely something that's starting to get more and more common on every job site. We'll have to get you in touch with Shakes the man. Women in the industry. Have you know Layla?
I don't think so.
Awesome construction. Awesome women in construction.
Okay.
So she's had a podcast with us a little while ago.
Yeah.
We'll have to pass on her email address to you.
Yeah, so
she's doing big things for females in the industry.
Yeah.
I'm sure she'd be very, very interested.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
In what you're doing.
Yeah.
So maybe you won't be a sparky from my saga. Like, maybe you have the face, the sales behind the go play.
Yeah, well, that's the scariest thing. I think my business partner, she wants to get off the tools completely, so I'm not ready yet. She'll be the first to get off the tools, but I'm going to try and stay as long as I can. My partner and I want to try for a family soon, so that will probably be the time I step away from the tools and focus on the business, and then I'll hopefully come back on the tools after that.
Yeah.
Because I do love my job, and I can't imagine not doing it. And I just want to be fan of it, make everything better.
I'm going to give you a little bit more advice, because it's worked incredibly well for myself, but I would imagine that your sales would be huge if people see that you are the person, like business card, because you are the trader that was on site that was dealing with this. I'm sure you have Instagram stuff, but like I assume you're doing video, you on site talking about it.
We haven't yet, but we have started posting a little bit. So yeah, we're working on it. It's a slow process.
Because people buy from people. So if people see, like if other builders traders out there see you and Logan and the story,
Yeah.
and you talk about what you've had to do with for the last 7 years and why this has come about, like the story is what sells.
Yeah.
So if you step away from the industry, that story is sort of like it's still there. That's still where it started.
Yeah.
But yeah, keeping one foot in the door and still being able to do those posts, like being on site, like type of things will play a big part of it in growing your business.
Yeah. And we always want to be one step ahead of this as well. Like something might change. So if we're not working on the job site, we're not going to know. So it'd be nice to still have that. Yeah, like you said, foot in the door and know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, that was a lot of female traders on the Instagram. They got huge following. So
Yeah.
I'm sure we do
Haven't got that buddy up.
So I was going to say that. I like what they're doing, but some of the information that they're putting out there is not correct, and they wouldn't have their following if they didn't have tits and ass out.
Yeah.
But that's reality.
Shaming us, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's shaming the ones who actually just care about their job and teaching people the career and what you're doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to see.
Oh, look, I think genuine followers see past it.
Yeah.
Like it's, if they see who you are and what you're doing, it's degrading seeing women think or be in a situation where they feel like they've got to get their tits and ass out to be able to get followers. Like, look, I think you're doing what you're doing. Yeah, I know you've had a heap of success. Really appreciate your time coming on here today. Like, before we wrap it up, like for any young females out there that are possibly at that age where they're thinking about their career path and what they're going to do, have you got any advice for them?
Honestly, just do it. Whatever you there's always someone there to help you and guide you in the right direction. And if you think there's not, you're in the wrong area. If you have a passion to want to get on the tools and try something out, work experience, so many businesses looking at work experience these days, just like call a business, ask them. Will they either say no? Then just try somewhere else. So
Don't give up.
yeah, don't give up. If you want to do something, just do it and work hard.
Yeah. And what about if they're getting pushback from family or friends or that sort of thing? Just keep pushing.
Just keep pushing. If it's what you want to do, don't listen to anyone. Yeah, I have a lot of pushback from more so businesses who didn't think that I had the, skills to do it, and I just kept trying. I tried every other business. I'm pretty lucky I've had support from my family, but if you haven't got the support from your family, you'll get it somewhere else. So just keep searching. You'll get it from a good business. I've got the best employer and employees that I work with now, and I wouldn't have it any other way. So, and that's taken me working at 3 different places to get here. So just keep going.
Yeah, businesses just need to adapt a bit, don't they? Like, there's always going to be, I feel there's always going to be, like, let's face it, females and males are very different, especially when it comes to strength from things. Well, maybe not, there's a lot of big muscly women on Instagram. But, but like that's just about adapting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, because there will be things that you can't do that maybe one of the other males in the business can do, and it's just working with the elder and figuring out who's that's at what and all that type of stuff. So there's really no reason to not have more females in the industry anymore.
Oh, there's no excuse. And if business has excuses for not putting women on, you're not strong enough, then you're pushing your men too hard for starters. This day and age, what is it, 2 people lift, things like that now. But like I've been able to manage doing everything. I can lift ovens and big washing machines on my own. It's not about how you do it. It's just about getting it done.
Yeah.
And if no one watches how I do it, I'm happy. I get it in there.
Oh, look, I'm so glad that when you're we were able to get you on, because it looked for a little while there like it wasn't going to happen. But I really appreciate. Well, massive shout out to Sean, Tassie Builders Blog. I think you have him and good mates.
Yeah. Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, he was the one pushing yesterday. He's like, I'll get her on there.
Yeah, you rang me as soon as he left.
No. And look, I think it's been a great chat. I love what you're doing. I hope that there's a lot of young females, or even older females out there that listen to this, and who knows, like what a career change or anything about getting into the industry. And for, I guess, employers out there that listen to this, like, it's up to us to adapt our businesses and, I guess, educate our teams and making sure our teams make females feel comfortable when they come to work for us. So, and yeah, lastly, just like congratulations on the business. Like I really, really hope it. Well, I don't hope. I know it's going to go well for you. So keep doing what you're doing.
Thanks so much, and thank you for giving me the opportunity to talk about it.
No, like I said, it's not a comfortable thing. My girl, I'm going. Camille's going to listen to this. So like, yeah.
Oh, if they want a job.
But it is an uncomfortable thing for blokes to talk about, but it's something that definitely needs to be spoken about. So hopefully this podcast has broken some of those old-fashioned bloody thoughts, I guess. But
I'm sorry if it hasn't. Sorry if it's made you feel uncomfortable.
We just lost half our listeners.
Yeah, sorry.
It's all good. If anybody's listening from talking about stuff like this, they're listeners you don't want. So, no, keep doing what you're doing. And look, for everyone out there that's listening, make sure you go and check out all of contracting. Jess, so do you want to give away your personal Instagram?
Yeah, it's that Sparky chick.
That Sparky chick and the Go Pack.
The Go Company.
The Go Company. That's what it is on Instagram?
Yeah. So Instagram is, actually, I think it won't be girls only company, but if you search the Go Company, it does.
Yeah. Check it out. We'll put some stuff for me to send this out. But look, everybody, thanks for listening. Really appreciate your time. Like, follow, subscribe, share, all of those things. It doesn't cost you a cent, but it helps us get this information and knowledge out to more and more people. So really appreciate your support, and we'll see you on the next one.
Are you ready to build smarter, live better, and enjoy life? Then head over to livelikebuild.com/elevate to get started.
Everything discussed during the Level Up podcast with me, Duayne Pearce, is based solely on my own personal experiences and those experiences of my guests. The information, opinions, and recommendations presented in this podcast are for general information only, and any reliance on the information provided in this podcast is done at your own risk. We recommend that you obtain your own professional advice in respect to the topics discussed during this podcast.